25-yard line.
Come on, set.
Mike,
91.
Mike 5-5.
Blue Jaw Coco.
Watch the run.
Hey.
Hey, watch it.
Throwing on first down. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Switch.
Tighten up. Check 52.
Rotate. Spell. Leo.
To throw on third down. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 42-yard line.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
We got double up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike 56. Mike 56. It's our field. Hey,
now it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
3 down.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Good throw there to start the second possession, maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick 6. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw.
Here we go, son.
52, right 52.
It's a party now. Woo!
Quick the edge, quick the edge.
Go, go. Red 80.
Check the backer.
61, matchbox lights.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. And here we go on 4th. Darnold, and down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill. Watch twist. Watch twist. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Out there, out there.
20.
Go, go, go.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First play of the drive. Excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Samuels, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, get in the way.
They'll run on 1st down. Slade. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
What you got?
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter,
Check 50. Check
you're in
50.
peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Red 80. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get that.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Hey, double tight, double tight.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Watch the edge. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Wide. Get wide.
On 3rd down, Tomlinson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. There he goes, left side. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So they pulled a little rabbit out of their hat, nearly for 6, almost got the fake into the end zone. Either way, they're set up really nicely.
So we all fell for the illusion, didn't we? That they saw someone in half on stage.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
36.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Rush in.
Now Darnold. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Ready. 70 ending. Check. Bravo. Threes. Right stone. Bravo. Back, back, back.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Defense wins championships, baby.
From the 31, Darnold throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at on different wavelengths, but I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
We got 3. We got 3.
On 3rd as the drive continues. So from the 36 now.
Be afraid of me.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Guys, pick it up.
And again, this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
1st down, Atlanta.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
For a rookie first rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down again. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. On 3rd down, Slade. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike, 5-5.
To throw again. Fields. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington.
That's my boy.
A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lambo to add on the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on.
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Down.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
22, jet, bomber, flare. Go. Motion. Delta.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
On first down, Fields. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Wahoo.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Let's go. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Switch. Check 3.
To throw on second down. Fields forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Let's go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 31 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Watch that. Yes. Check the call.
Throwing on first down. Fields. James has got it. Complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Here we go.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mike 55. Mike.
Charlie. Time to go. Night.
On first and 10, Fields. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let him know.
2nd and 2. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Lambeau on for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah, my grandmother did the same. It smelled terrible.
Check safety.
Lady. Red 80.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
On first down, it's Darnold.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at about the 31. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Now that Redskin offense coming back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
46, Falcons 6. Josh Lambeau.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
56, Mike 56.
Push him back.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Check 56.
Darnold now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
To throw is Darnold. Going up top. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown.
Let's go.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for 2.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
They'll try and run it here. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach?
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All day, all day. Bang! Bang, 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 bang. You're out. No, off. Undercrunch. Jam.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
66, pull it.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On first down, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Samuels with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
You got tight right there. Check. 53.
They'll try and throw for it.
Better bring it.
This is caught. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Falcons 6. Josh Lambo set to
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
At the 28
Three down.
Throwing on second down, Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. And a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Slade. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Strong right.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Hey, you got that.
Now a give, right side. Slade. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Yeah, baby.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a loss of 2, now third down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Here's Darnold. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All day.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Come on, fellas.
A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the pistol, Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Throwing on first down. Fields. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Falcons defense, Falcons. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Danny. 6-6. Danny. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Hurry. 53. Mike, 53.
On first and 10. Fields. His throw caught at about the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. From 3 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight end right. Tight end 10.
Darnold now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Mike, ready? 55. Check 55. Mike. Hey. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Now. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Hey, check.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And a nice spin into some open field. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
55, Mike 55.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, Fields. And that is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, D.
On third down, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
This ball game is over.
I got you, 23.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
We got three. Three down.
Flush to his right. He'll run it. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it third down.
At the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
We're going to side. It's the mic. 56 is the mic.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Red 80. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Red 80. Here we go.
Tight dog.
Hey, Charlie.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 13. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On first down, Tomlinson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 20. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Back to throw. Fields toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but now it's third and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here.
Crunch.
They'll try and run. Tomlinson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 3-yard pickup.
Here comes the boom.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
56.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go. 53. Set. 30 base.
Mike. Stay with your man. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. H3. Check 3. Trouble. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Like it. Kill.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shift. Watch the shift.
25-yard line.
He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming.
Please. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Yes.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And that'll make it third down.
Third down and 7.
So they head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Just like that.
Slam, slam, slam. That's it.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. It's a party now. It's a party now. Shut up.
From the gun, Fields letting one go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Now, once again, the Redskins breaking the huddle and going for 2.
You got it, son. Hustle.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in 2-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.